With Exploratory, you can create various types of charts with various rich features. Let me show you a few examples. Once you import the data into the Exploratory, and if your data is ready, then you can go to the chart view and start creating a chart. Then you can start assigning X and Y. You can switch the aggregation functions, such as like a sum, total, a mean, average, or you can even use the conditional sum functions and so on. And then you can use the sort to change the order of the bars. And you can use the color to group by. And if you want to show the ratio instead of the actual numbers, you can use the window calculations and select the percent of total. And you can use the repeat by to repeat the chart. In this case, this business travel column has 3 values, so we have 3 charts being generated. So far, it's pretty basic, but now I like to go into more like statistical charts. Now I like to show in the mean of the monthly income for each job role. And I'm going to switch to the horizontal view. And when you show the mean in a statistical world, you want to show the confidence interval. In that case, you can quickly switch to error bar to show the 95% confidence interval, or you can switch between the bar and the circle, or you might be interested in variance of monthly income for each group. In that case, instead of the error bar, you can select the box plot, or you might want to show such a distribution by using something like a density plot. In this way, you can see the difference of the variation for each group. Now you're wondering, how can I see the correlation between the variance? In this case, I'm going to go with a scatter chart, something like age as an x-axis and monthly income as a y-axis, and try to see the correlation between these 2 variables. You can show the trend line by using one of the algorithms. In this case, I'm using linear regression line, and show the metrics that would help you understand the strengths of the correlation between 2 variables. And again, you can use something like repeat by to see further details. In this case, I like to see how this relationship would look like for each job role. You can configure how many charts are per line, and you can adjust either you want to sync the x-axis and y-axis and so on. Now let's switch gear to visualize the time series data. Here we have some sales data. I like to see how the sales change over the year. So I can go to the chart view, click plus button, and select the line chart. Then we can select the data type column, show the sales amount. And here you can set the level that you want to aggregate the data at. For example, like by months, or you might want to see like just simply from the month number, from like let's say January to the December, and so on. And again, you can group by the color. Let's say, for example, in this case, I like to show by the region. And here it turned out there are tons of regions. But however, I'm interested in a particular area, Eastern Asia and Western Europe. In that case, I can customize each color, what color I can apply, or I can even change the color palette. But in this case, I like to select this option, something called like a highlight, which makes everything to be the default color, in this case light gray, except for this West Europe, I like to use red, and then Eastern Asia, and then see those 2 regions being highlighted among many regions. Previously, we assigned the region to the color, but what if I assign the country to the color? In this case, I get this pop-up because color has 164 values. That means you're going to end up seeing 164 lines. That would be too much. In this case, you can actually select one of the options. I'm going to select the limit the number of the value to show. And in this case, instead of 196 countries, we are seeing only like 100 countries. But still, that's a little too much. In that case, I can click on this green button, then change the setting. Let's say like I like to see only top 20 countries based on current Y1 column, which is a sales sum. Or I can change that to, for example, number of rows or other variations as well. Or I can use the condition to say at least country's sales value is greater than, let's say, $10 million or something like that. And one more thing, this data is coming from the step 3 of the data wrangling step. Sometimes when you're transforming or cleaning the data, you ended up adding a lot of steps on the right-hand side, you might want to create a chart against a particular step. In that case, you can use this pin button to specify a particular step. So that's it for quick introduction of the Exploratory chart. You can create a chart quickly and easy. Thank you for watching.